Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the Neanderthal Campaign. Last time, we continued to scout our Pangea with our very experienced Neanderthal tracker. He finished his initial mission of fully exploring the coastline. We've now discovered the entire contours of the coastline and the inner sea. We're now working on exploring the remaining kind of terra incognita over here on the western half of the Pangea. And we've not yet met the remaining 8th civ in the civ list, but I'm sure we'll see them pretty soon. We also have been managing our properties here in the city. Disease is essentially under control, especially with the help of a doctor specialist and the great doctor, both providing some substantial disease management. And the other buildings that we have, I'm sure as we continue to grow, things will become problematic again. Crime is steady at 776, not ideal, but we do have a palisade on the way eventually to help with that, and we'll get more crime management buildings in the future. As noted before, there's a few conceptual buildings connected with crime that we want to try to get rid of to vastly improve our situation. Crime mugging is kind of destroying our economy, and this plus crime rape are both causing a pretty serious unhealthiness and unhappiness problems, which I would prefer to obviously not have, on top of just the moral implications of these things happening without us doing anything about it. Now, I wasn't able to figure out why my cottage appears to be invisible, but it's there. We have the yield. So we'll just have to remember that it's there and not be perturbed that there doesn't appear to be an improvement there. At the end of the day, an invisible cottage that works is better than a visible other improvement that is not as good as a cottage. So I just have to kind of deal with it. It's fine. Maybe I can find a way to fix it or change the code later, but that is not a major priority at the moment. All right, let's continue on to turn 1751. We're the worst enemy of, is that everyone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everyone hates me. Yep. That is the nightmare difficulty AI for you. Just no love for the Neanderthals. Everyone is just speciesist. They do not like the cut of our jib collectively as a species, but we'll show them that we are made to succeed in this world. And ultimately, while I don't really think we're going to kill everyone before the end of the game, it's not really my plan. I don't plan to play as a crazy warmonger. We're gonna likely have some conflict with the Homo sapiens, no matter what we do. So let's continue to heal up over here, and yeah. Now, there's also a question of whether I should get a cottage down over on the Lush or in the Barren. I don't think either is really worth it, especially because we can get the two. Admittedly, with the 2 production, admittedly with the -1 commerce, or the -1 income, I should really say, from the citizen. So we also may be able to get some other specialist slots in the near future here. So I think we'll be okay, and very soon we'll be able to start working much more productive sea tiles. We already have 4 we can work, and although they're not currently very impressive, once they're at 4 or 5 base food, let alone talking about the commerce part, they're going to be very, very useful for us and actually competitive with a lot of the resource tiles. So definitely something worth noting there. We sat around in a small fire in the water. That would make the people feel more united because they just experienced a crazy event like that. All right, let's continue along. Okay. Elegant is 574 turns away. I'm sure it will creep up sooner than that, just given random events and hunting. But ultimately, the goal right now is just to scout. I'll pick off targets of opportunity, but I don't want to necessarily get bogged down healing up forever and ever. Now this is a certified target of opportunity, though. Let's go for the bison. That'll be worth quite a bit. Nice. That was worth quite a bit, as I speculated it would be. I kind of want to catch that flamingo. Oh, we don't have flamingo heritage yet. Where did it go? I could get the seagull. I mean, I guess I'll... let's see. I mean, I guess I should go for the moa. This is the most valuable target in sight. Let's go for it. Nice. Let's see here. Apparently not. Okay, let's, I guess, resume our adventure. Found another desert. I do like on this map how the deserts actually feel fairly large by Civ 4 map standards. Because everything is handcrafted, they feel kind of appropriately laid out. Same thing with like the peak up here. It's kind of a cool idea. I generally like when the biomes feel a bit more expansive. Definitely makes it feel like more of a part of the landscape than just a random tile category it happened to have, which is how it sometimes feels with the random generation. I guess we'll go for the camel. We'll go up onto the hill afterwards, get some more vision. Withdrew. Alright. That's fine. Our Skinner is done. Okay. I guess I'll go for it again. We can heal in the bamboo. We'll keep it in, actually. Plenty of movement left. Nice. Our palisade is under construction now. Now let me actually consider... So my current unit upkeep that I get for free for military is 29 income worth. Okay. I currently have, let's see, so the Enforcer is considered a civilian unit. That's actually quite interesting. I guess that makes some sense. So I can basically use a lot of my civilian upkeep kind of budget on Enforcers and other like more defensive units like healers. The Axeman is 1 per. Let me see. Let's see if we go over to copper working. Oh wait, no, not copper working. Go back. Oh, hold on. Athenian culture is in the game. I think I'm North European, so I don't think I'm able to actually get it, which is kind of a shame because that would be kind of fun, obviously, because hegemony. Well, hold on. CAC European. I guess there isn't like a... For some reason, I thought there was like a North European one that I was. But I think I've just misremembered. Let me see. What is the Athenians? Yeah, CAC European. I need lead in vicinity. Okay. What do they have? The Thorax Hoplite. Starts with mobility information. That's fun. Okay, not to immediately pull out the the Greek history nerd commentary, but I'm spotting a few problems with this hoplite model. It's fine. it's pretty accurate, you know, all things considered. It could have been worse. We'll just let it go. All right. And then, out of curiosity, who are the Athenian heroes that they can actually spawn? So they can get Pericles. Okay, that makes sense. And Themistocles. That's an interesting second option. They both require democracy. Okay, fair enough. Holy crap! Pericles has got one of the Macedonian long spears. I don't know if he would have wielded one of these in his lifetime. I also don't know if he would have looked exactly like this. This is much more of like a Macedonian style appearance, but it's Caveman to Cosmos. They've got inconsistent models and graphics anyways. So, hold on, where are Axemen coming from? Is it from bronze working? It is. Okay, so we need to get to bronze working. Okay, it's still 1 upkeep per. Okay, what about the mammoth units? I'm guessing it's more than 1 upkeep per mammoth unit. Is there any upkeep? Seemingly not, actually. I'm not seeing anything listed. Is this true? I mean, that's kind of crazy if there's just no upkeep for these guys. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, we can... The point is, we can build quite a few more military units without any problem. So with my 6 current stone axemen, I think what I may want to do is get to maybe 10 stone axemen, and then I support them with slingers. Because the slingers won't count as a melee unit, which is what the axemen are good against, because they're going to count as a ranged unit. And I can actually show an example of this. Let's see. Yeah, versus mounted, versus melee. Yeah, versus archers. So these guys are considered an archer unit. Well, maybe they're not, actually. No, they're considered a throwing unit. Okay, fair enough. Let's see. There's a basic horseman unit, right? Here it is. Bonus versus archers. Not clear if archers include... Well, actually, we can find out right here. Are slingers on this list? Why is it listed in the goofiest way possible? Alright, they don't appear to be. Okay, so slingers seem to be in kind of a gray area where they're not considered archers, but they are considered throwing. But there's not actually that many throwing units. The other main one that we can get fairly soon is the Atlatl maker. The Atlatl does not have a Neanderthal equivalent. These guys are interesting. They're kind of an anti-archer unit, but they're also good against mounted and animals. And they're good in defending and attacking cities. Interesting. I mean, I think I'd rather have a Neanderthal slinger than this guy, to be honest. Although this guy does promote to a javelineer later on. Still considered throwing. So these guys seem to be an anti-archer unit in particular. That's good to know. Either way, maybe I have a couple of these guys. The fact that there's no Neanderthal equivalent, can I actually build them? I'm not sure I can, actually, because they're not considered a Neanderthal unit. Either way, let's just go with the Neanderthal slingers. But yeah, I think what I want to do is I want to build another 4, let's get another 4 axemen and then maybe 10 slingers to have an army of 20 like kind of basic units. And this is a very defensive stack. Like, again, we're not going out to attack anyone, but I want to make sure that I am not so far behind everybody else, particularly keeping an eye on Scandinavia and Celtia, who are the likeliest civs to actually attack me. But of course, it'd be nice to be, you know, on par with some of the heavier hitters. If I can be on par with Arabia, I think I'll feel content. I don't know if I'll catch up to Germany ever. They seem to be really focusing on their military. Okay. Nice. Ooh, nice. That's an Asian elephant again. On the elephant tile, I suppose that does make sense. Size 10 in 86 turns. That's pretty good. Don't like this too much at all. Let's go do this. Nice. Big, oh, 20, wow, that sheds so much off of the turn, the turn timer remaining for growth. That was like 60 turns of growth just from that one elephant. I mean, let's press our advantage while we can. Get a bison kill as well. Or we capture him. Very nice. Let's move away from that guy. Ooh. It's just a slinger. We should be okay. We should be okay. I think I also want to, once I heal up, I want to go back and get this all explored. Kind of chip away very slowly at the, very, very slowly at the blob of unexplored land. There's Berlin. Let's return back over here. I know it's maybe a little premature, but I'm excited to get to space. We're a ways away from that, but it will be very cool to check out the space content in this mod. Yeah, I thought that I'd be on a much smaller map than this. I'm happy with it, honestly. The fact that the map feels so large, but there's only 8 total civs, makes it, I think, feel a lot larger, to be completely honest. Okay, we finally have enough for Combat 3 after detouring to get Hillsman and Forestry. Hit and Run could be really good. Let's go for Combat 3 just so we can grab March. Finally, after we'll be rank or level 15 when we get March. Alright, you join there. I'm also thinking, what do I do with my next great military person? Most likely, it'll be a great hunter. If it's a great general, that's totally fine. That's a new, different super specialist. The great hunter super specialist is really good with +5 food. Obviously, that will be quite valuable, you know, right now. So, yeah. Also, you can tell that the cottage is not being promoted. The way in vanilla, where a cottage that's worked grows into a higher tier, in this mod, like all the other buildings, cottages have to be upgraded with the worker, and it's through the tech progressing, like all the other stuff. Now, the cottage upgrades, the hamlet and the village, those are both, I think, available in, I think, let's see here. I think they're both available sometime in the Ancient Age. I don't think they're that far in the future. I don't remember where they are, but they're around here somewhere. We'll figure it out eventually, I'm sure. Okay. We're in an ancient forest on a hill with a river. Actually, we've reached, yeah. Okay, we got Montezuma going tribal. Okay. Good to know. Let's go for the bison. Take the much larger reward compared to the deer. Nice. Yep, that is a size 10 on Atapuerca. Very nice. Okay, yeah, the remaining worker did go to work as another citizen. That's probably the right call, honestly, given all the options we have at the moment. Yeah. Now growth is starting to kind of hit a soft cap, but once we have these sea tiles producing more food, we can definitely increase the soft cap quite a bit. That is a sure thing. Yeah, so once the palisade is done, let's see. I probably am going to get something from barter that I'm going to want. So this could also, I guess, reveal some other nice stuff. Mainly amber and turquoise are map resources that could be in the barren or in the lush. That'd be fine. What else can I get from this? What buildings? The craft hut could be quite strong. This is basically more valuable the more goods you're making, so it gets stronger over time. The barter post. This lets me get a merchant, a merchant specialist, which I think is actually pretty important. Yeah, I think that is the that will be the plan. We can't build this wonder because this requires Middle Eastern culture, so we'll have to wait on that. Okay. Let's go for this quick bison attack. Nice. And then we'll continue. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll get the... I think it's the trading post is what lets you get a merchant specialist, so I can... I think the merchant will be... In fact, I can actually see it right now. The merchant is... Okay, so it's 3 commerce and 3... I mean, it's scaled down, but then also 3 birth rate. This is probably worth going for. I think I'd rather have that over the 2 production. Because although my food produced is constantly being disrupted by the growing consumption amount from my population, production doesn't have a similar dynamic. Production is always just linearly increasing over time. So I think it's more and more fine to forego extra production. That's for sure. Now we gotta heal up. It is what it is. What's coming up after barter? We can actually... Ooh. Hunters are not too far off at this stage. We have tracking. We can get tanning pretty soon. And we can get pictographs right after we get barter. We have the rock gatherer, so we can get this. There might be some other things that are more important. Someone already built this, I think, so we won't even need to really worry about this. This one does get obsoleted later with copperworking. Some of the later ancient landscape wonders have later obsolescence dates, which is nice. But this one is not on the cards. We could also get the tribe up and running. In order to get a... Well, we can get tribalism up and running, so we can get the tribe. Get that first city founded. Probably worth going for. Plus this makes stone tool workshops +1 more. Hammer, we'll probably build a few of those around the new city by that pass. We're starting to get a little far. I don't like to get this stretched out across the age. I mean, if you look at the bottom, you can kind of see what I mean. We're getting kind of... I like to really complete each layer as I go pretty thoroughly, so I don't have a beeline problem. Not that the beeline sting mechanic would happen in the age, but you know what I mean. I think it's better to try to evenly work my way through everything while still focusing on what the priorities are as we go. Okay, so let's consider tribalism in the near future, but not immediately soon. It also does still need portable shelters. But I think I actually want to also get stone building, because I'll need stone building for something coming up. What requires stone building up here? Oh, yeah, megalith construction. Maybe I skip stone building for now. It's not out of the question. I think I go for portable shelters, and then I go for raft building, and then I go for spearfishing. I think that's probably the order I take here. Well, being able to... I don't really have a lot of extra pops that I'll have free to put on the coast tiles. I'll be able to get to 4 food, 1 wealth on all the coast tiles with spearfishing and the traps that I can build. Getting into boat building would also be quite nice. If anything, just because I can build a kayak that can go get all of the goodie huts on the water, the islands. Those are little goodie huts. I don't think anyone else has boat building yet, so I want to be able to get all the stuff for me. That could be quite nice. In fact, that might be quite nice enough that it is worth going for this kind of next. Yeah, you know what? Let's finish barter and then go for boat building. So we're going to go for raft building and then spear making and then spear fishing and then boat building. I think that's probably the right call. Yeah. I may adjust my tech order as I continue to endlessly kind of fiddle with it, but we'll see. Alright, you just... You know what? Let's take this attack and then heal up over here. Nice. More bison. Love to find more elephants as well. I don't know if we're going to get the tribe up and running this episode. I think we probably will. There's an argument for focusing on tribalism, because ultimately this new city is going to have it pretty rough, and we need to kind of get it going sooner rather than later. I think with our current civics, can we support, what is it, 2 cities? Yeah. We need chiefdom to support up to 5, well, support, yeah, up to 5 cities, not more than 5. Well, I mean, we can take an unhappiness penalty, but we probably shouldn't. And then chiefdom, I think it's right after tribalism, right? Am I remembering this right? Yeah, it's literally right after tribalism. Okay. But then there's also promoting hunting. But then we also can't get our guy back very soon to promote up to 100. Remember, we have to bring him back. So it's going to be a predicament. We have a little ways. We're a little ways away. We're like an episode away from getting to hunting. And maybe we wait for tribalism. I do think there's an argument for getting the kayak going first. But that being said, I've got the route built. I've got the army ready to support a new city being set up. Oh, you know what? I've convinced myself. We're going to go for barter, and then portable shelter, and then tribalism, because it requires both these things. And then we're going to get our tribe up and running. Then, while the new city is being set up, we'll get our boat building underway. That'll also help us ferry people between the 2 cities, which is quite nice. Alright, I think I'm happy with that decision. Nice. Also, once the tribe founds the new city, it'll be the new closest city to this area. Well, it might be the new closest city. Over the ocean, the other one may be considered closer, but we may be able to get some of the resources sent over to the new city. The resources just go to whichever city is closest, and captured animals also go to whichever city is closest. I think that's closest by the way the crow flies, but I may be wrong about that, so we'll find out. I can always just hunt over here, which will for sure feed this city in particular. But yeah, we shall see. In fact, I probably will specifically want to hunt over there, specifically to bring hunting rewards to the city, where they're going to play a much more important role than growing our capital. At size like 10 at the moment, the capital is honestly large enough to manage its own affairs. I'll be able to work all the specialists that I want and work most of the tiles that I want without too much trouble at this size. So the steady stream of hunting rewards won't be as urgently necessary. We've also almost caught up to Germany, which is insane. And keep in mind, we are tied with the Netherlands and possibly the unknown 8th Civ as the weakest military on the planet, and we're still second in score to Germany. This is pure, like, economic gameplay right here. I probably have one of the best developed cities of all the different cities. You know, we're nearly 2,000 turns in, and it really just goes to show, like, the AI has so many advantages, but ultimately the player has the advantage of being a human that can think, which the AI notably can't do. So, yeah, let's continue. Oh, I thought this was This is savannah. That is not a forest. Rip. Alright, well, that's fine. Okay. The Enforcer can get another upgrade now. Now I think it makes some sense to go for policing. Let me take a look actually at the policing line. Does it require other things? Policing, here it is. They will require, okay, this is based on disaster robots. Oh. Deputization. Is this a mistake? Oh, wait a minute, I see why. Okay, I see what's going on. Because policing has the Roman the Roman numbers, the game, which is purely alphabetical, thinks that 3, 5, and then 11 are in order. So this is actually, or I'm sorry, yeah, this is 9. This is 9. So it's putting 9 before the other ones. That is actually kind of funny. I didn't notice that. There's only a few that are this advanced Terra computer. Look at this insane modifier here. Holy crap. Alright, so I think the policing line makes a lot of sense, honestly. And it doesn't require anything else either, so. Alright, now we're looking at a slight trend down. Palisade finishing should help as well. This guy may also be, well, I'm contemplating moving this guy to the new city once I build it, but I think I'll actually guard it with with my army and not with this guy. I think he needs to stay and help get the crime in Atapuerca under control. That's a more important job for him. Also, I can't really move tons of people because, again, happiness from military units being present. Ooh, elephant just walked right into view. Is that an anteater? What is that? That's an aardvark? Oh, hell yeah. I need to capture an aardvark. Tail aardvark will let me take that Glyptodon loitering. Oh my god. The one time I need to capture something, Ragnar became imperialist and greedy. Okay. Sure. Okay.
Almost all of our relationships begin, and most of them continue as forms of mutual exploitation, a mental or physical barter, to be terminated when one or both parties run out of goods.
Alright. I probably want to switch to barter, but let's take a look and see what this is going to involve. So barter is more expensive, 3 per turn, as opposed to, I think, 1 per turn? Okay, so we're going to be switching from 10% maintenance for a number of cities to 7%, 33% from corporations, that's fine, there's no corporations right now, 1% for overseas, so that's the same, a buff to our yields in all cities, a buff to yields from trade routes, and buffs to the commerce, science, and culture in all cities and in the capital. And we can still have, we can still build the wet nurse as well. All right, let's go for it. Nice. Let's grab this moose real quick. Okay. Nice. So now, it's increasing again. I don't understand how this keeps increasing endlessly no matter what I do. Now, in fairness, the barter post does give me more crime per turn, which is not exactly what I wanted to see. But the 1 citizen and a merchant could be quite good. The crime per turn makes me a little bit nervous, honestly. Let's build it right now. The abatis, what is this? The fire abatis requires slash and burn. I think I want to build this because it ultimately is going to replace the abatis anyways, so I'm going to wait for slash and burn. Okay, once palisade is done, yeah, you know what? I can handle it. I'll find a way. Palisade will cancel it out anyways. Lots of bison around here. Love to see it. Nice.
You're not so tough! Stand on good!
And actually, you know what? Once the palisade is done, we're going to also, for the barter post, bring out a gatherer, and then we'll work on the barter post after that. Yeah. The gatherer is going to go north and build that fort on the coconuts, so I can get coconuts in the city. And we'll man the fort with one of my units. It doesn't need to be all of them. Just one of them. Hopefully we capture this dire wolf. Nope. Because why not? Ooh, the coconut now became an ancient forest. That's actually quite nice. Okay. Yeah, this is actually kind of a strong tile. 6-2. I mean, I can eventually replace the fort with like a proper gathering building if it goes within work range of a city, but there's no... I'm just not planning to have a city around there anytime soon, so I shouldn't really like hold off on that. I want the benefit of the coconut from the fort. Again, I'd build forts over here for these grapes if I didn't think I'd actually spread my culture there at some point, which I don't know what the holdup is. We're the most cultured civ in the world for like 1,000 turns now, and it just keeps not spreading my culture anywhere. Like, what could possibly be the holdup on that? Our palisade's done, working on the gatherer now. Nice. Do I have heritage donkey? I think I probably do. Maybe I don't, actually. Okay. Let's shadow this donkey, try to find him. Alright, the palisade is done. Looks, oh boy. This is, not the most, defensive-looking fortification I've seen. But okay, sure. You know, they're trying their best. It's like, just a bunch of spikes in the ground, ultimately. But it does give us more defense. And it does give us crime reduction, which is good to see. Okay. I also wonder... Let me take a look at the traits again. So I've got... Pragmatic. It doesn't feel like this is really doing much. -9 per turn. Whenever I get the chance to get a new trait, I don't know when that's going to be, probably not for a little while, I'm going to see if there's a trait that specifically helps me fight crime, because that seems to be a growing major concern for the campaign. Alright. Where did this donkey go? He's hiding behind these other beasts. See if we can catch him. Catch him out. Nope. Alright. It's worth a try. I think I'm going to send 2 axemen, because if one axeman gets sniped by an animal, the other one can probably kill the animal or can guard the worker as they make a hasty retreat. Alright, I'm not going to bother trying to find these guys now. Let's heal up, and then we'll continue scouting. I'm going to finish scouting and then get this guy home. He's earned some rest at this stage. That's for sure. Ah. Okay, this is machinery. Alright, yeah, so this one will be good for a while. It's not super urgently needed, but it would be nice to get some of these extra buildings cleared out. Also getting dried meat maker again would be nice, but that's fine. Disease is starting to creep back up again. At -41, we were in good shape, but definitely want to be a little careful about that. Yeah, I think barter post for the merchant. I mean, the great people points is also really valuable. The crime is annoying, but I gotta do. Most of my crime is coming from my size. That's just a major trade-off of having a larger city, is the crime. And the crime is ultimately just making the city more inefficient with these different modifiers. But I'm managing to keep up with the issues so far. It would just be nice to clear some of it out. Alright, let's have you get a forest worker. I'm gonna have you and not all of you.
You're gonna get it now!
You
get
and,
what good
oh my gosh,
boy.
please, you and you and you. Oh my gosh, how is this not? Please, just... There we go. Oh my god, okay. You 3, get over here and get that fortified. The rest of you, well, I guess technically fortify. You're still sleeping, I guess, technically, because you can't even fortify. Okay. So I could also, the other thing I can do is I can build more enforcers. They do provide some of this automatically. I could try to fill, this is actually not a bad idea. What if I just add more enforcers to reduce crime? Kind of have a police state situation here. I mean, at some point, that may just be what I have to do. I can fill my entire citizen upkeep amount, which I have 32 at the moment. I'm not sure where is my citizen upkeep largely coming from? Where will this tell me? Okay, this is military upkeep is from that. Where is citizen upkeep coming from? Military upkeep. Citizen upkeep, where are you coming from? Is it not coming from my civics? Can you just, please, for once, tell me what's happening? Where is this coming from, please? Just give me a clear explanation of how my economy works, please. How hard can this possibly be? Alright, there's got to be a menu somewhere that tells me this information. Domestic advisor? Alright, that's... never mind. I'm never going to figure it out. The point is, we can have a lot of enforcers. And they can guard my cities, while my army largely goes and lives in the forts outside. Although, will they count as... I think they will, right? Military presence impresses us, that's 5. And we have 5 units here if you count the Axeman and the Enforcer. I don't think the Healer is counting. This guy should count as a military unit because he is a defender unit, so I think it does make some sense.
You're gonna get it now!
Is this really the... oh, it's this guy's in the way. Ah, that's fine. Oh, those guys are still here? Okay. We should be fine, though, with Stone Axeman. I think we'll be okay.
Yes!
Yes. Nice. Get out of the way, please. Alright, we're making slow and steady progress, as usual, for this campaign. I have no idea how many people will make it this far. There's a lot more to go. Oh my god, this...
Yes!
Please, just move. These guys are making me cry. Alright, just wait. I'll check next turn. They're not going to attack you on the hill in the forest. It's 75% defense. We just got to wait for the moment for these animals to get out of the way so I can just move my people there. Oh my gosh.
You're gonna get it now! To yours!
No, I don't want to take an attack. I don't need to take. Just wait for them to finish moving around, then we'll move in.
Me smack you round!
It'll be fine. Okay, it looks like this is actually interesting. Boudica has founded shamanism. Okay. That is good to know. So we have one religion founded in the world right now. Shamanism. Okay. I can't convert to it because there's no shamanism present. I'm not completely against converting to shamanism. Because of my anti-clerical trade, having a state religion will generally be bad, but it will have the important diplomatic benefit of endearing Keltia, who is the third strongest, or the third highest ranked nation after me, to possibly being friendlier with me. Every single nation just hates me for no reason at all, because it's nightmare difficulty, but Keltia will like me more if we're both shamanistic. And shamanism is not a terrible religion for me. There are a lot of animal resources around here. All 3 of my currently existing or planned cities have animal resources nearby, and most city locations I'm considering also have animal resources nearby. Eventually, I would found my own religion later and try to kick the shamans out, but I'm open to the idea. I certainly will not be against it if Boudica starts to convert me, but it's ultimately up to her. She has to actually spread the religion to me with missionaries, or it can spread naturally through trade. We're a ways away from that, but that is good to know that someone has founded it. So I can't found a shamanism if I wanted to. Okay, finally, now's our chance. Yes. Alright, let me just
Smack
quickly. Get
you
the hell in there. Good. Oh, we have got a great hunter, Arna Quagsik. It's an Inuit goddess. Okay, sure. Ah, yes, the Inuit goddess. There she is. Okay, so I can do a few things here. I could get a master tracker, or I'd wait probably and get a master hunter. I could also get another super specialist, or I can build the military standard mascot, which I think, can this only be built by this guy? I can build this because I have an animal mascot. Oh wait, no. Is that right? This puts one of these in every city. I mean, that's kind of nice. This doesn't really feel like a good use of the Great Hunter, though. I think I'd rather have a super specialist again. I know, kind of boring, but 5 food is 5 food. And this will probably even out to maybe like +2 food, but that's still worthwhile once you factor in the consumption. Yeah, I don't think I urgently need another super powerful tracker unit. I can just build a hunter once I have hunting, and I'm confident they'll be able to level themselves up just fine. Let's get ourselves another super specialist. All right, and it is okay. We actually did get a fair bit there, so it is, by the way, I think worth it to put them in the capital and not save them for the next city. Ultimately, I can build in C2C. What are they called? Like merchant units that can bring food and production from Atapuerca over to my other cities. And I can later build a unit called the Immigrant that brings population points over. It's not efficient, but it's doable. So I'd rather have a really overpowered capital that basically feeds out all of the kind of the child cities that I build around. That's going to be my approach for now. I'm not anywhere near advanced enough to have an empire where every city is completely self-sufficient. That's certainly not going to be what happens. The other cities are going to be like little birds with their mouths open while the capital regurgitates into their mouth. I don't know why I use such a weird metaphor, but that's basically what's going to be happening. We're going to have some baby bird action with our capital and those guys. Those guys. I don't know why I'm describing it that way. But you get the idea. Alright, subdued the camel. What the hell is that? Oh, it's just a deer. I'm not sure why I was so alarmed by the sight of the deer. Okay. You two fortify. I actually sent my strongest guy as well. That's funny. Okay, now let's build the wooden palisade. This will provide a tile defense, but the more important thing that it does is provide the coconut, which the watchtower would not do. So let's go ahead and do this. 25 turns. And it's also in the ancient forest, which is actually quite nice. This is a very defensible tile. All right, let's do it. And because of the root, the coconut will be added to Atapuerca. And because of the route between Atapuerca and whatever the next city is called, I don't know the Neanderthal names offhand, we'll also have all of our resources over there as well, which is quite nice. Okay. A desert hippo? Nah, oh, this is Oasis. We have an Oasis hippo. That is kind of hard. Bro is just, he's like, there's one body of water, and you're not going anywhere near it because I'm in it. If you're in a desert dying of thirst and there's a hippo in the oasis, you're going to die of thirst because you are not drinking that water. No, sir. Let's go for a cheeky damaged hippo attack. Hope we subdue. We did. Very nice.
The good stuff!
Alright. Good. Barber post. Finishing now. Finish the barter post. Okay. Portable shelters will let us build a travois maker, which we definitely want to build next. We may or may not get these things here. We do have bison in vicinity, so we may actually get housing teepees, which is pretty cool. We also have grassland and plains in vicinity as well. But until we can build the travois, let's get something that has about 8 turns. I think this is a good moment to get the dried meat maker back up and running. Okay. Meanwhile, what are they looking at here? Okay, this seems to be steady at the moment. Yeah. Looking good. I think the fort will also provide some culture locally, if I remember correctly. Or the palisade, I mean. I think it does. So we'll technically own this one tile, but not by, like, very much. But no one else around will exert culture that cancels out our culture. So it'll count as, like, it'll be a tile in our border, as it were, but it won't be, like, it'll be an exclave, essentially, which is, you know, of course, totally fine. That is the reality of the situation. That's okay. Alright, you just heal up for 1 turn. Okay, I can't get over the palisade. Once we can upgrade this to a wall, it'll look a lot nicer. And I think, let me actually remind myself. Yeah, the earth wall. And this will upgrade into regular walls with siege warfare. That'll be nice. The high walls, okay. And this is with masonry. That is an ancient age tech, so that should be fine. We also have enough research on the Neanderthal, or the, see here I go, making the mistake. We have enough research on the Netherlands to see that they are researching tattoos. Holy moly. Bro really is in last place. Jeez. I mean, I guess it's technically the line that or like the column that I still have stuff to research, but I've like done a bit of beelining here, so I don't know what has taken him so long to get to tattoos. Alright, well that gives me some hope that I'm pretty far ahead of one of the deity AIs. Alright, bison have vacated the premises. Just great. Oh, found him. Withdrew? Damn. Unfortunate. Still not, I mean, all the remaining wonders must be just packed down here. Like, I don't know where they all are. Because they're all supposed to be on the map, I'm fairly sure. I don't know. Maybe not all of them have to be. I mean, it is a custom map, so they don't, it's not like they're all generated to be there, but I'm fairly sure they should all be on here. There's certainly enough room for them. Very strange. Nice. That should give us, well, it'll be done soon. Elephant as well. A lot of Asian elephants in particular. Well, I'll take it. That's a lot of food and other stuff too. This will give us portable hunters for sure. Yep.
I'd rather be in a tent than in a house.
Okay. And we should also see teepees constructed in our city here in a bit. Oh, well, we found a Luru. Okay. Nice. Do we have teepees? Let's see. Nope. Maybe it'll appear next turn. What am I? Oh, here we go. Merchant. Oh, I didn't work the merchant? Whoops. Okay, that was a mistake. I'll go ahead and remove you and then add. Hold on. Okay, there we go. There we go. Nice. And the next turn, we get the Travois Maker up and running. And then I think with tribalism on the way, we need to kind of get ready for relocating. So we'll need to build the tribe, which will take quite a while. So I want to get a few enforcers up as well. Let's see. These guys promote to Town Watchman, which requires dualism. Dualism, is dualism a ancient age tech or is it a classical age tech? It is a mid-ancient age tech. Okay, fair enough. I also can't build more I can't build more enforcers once I get sedentary, so I want to make sure I have enough to get me through until I get dualism and I can start building their upgrade. Yeah, because this obsoletes. Well, technically, it's obsoleting the Neanderthal enforcer in particular. That's why, I'm fairly sure. Okay. Let's get the Travois Maker. And then we probably just want to build a couple of these guys. Also want to get a healer over to add some disease resistance to the new city, but that's not a major priority. Let me build maybe 5, so I have 3 per city. That feels like a pretty good place to have both cities at. And then I can try to start weaning my city of these extra military units, where our unhappiness problems are pretty extreme. And crime is going up again. Although the extra enforcers here will help sort of punch it back down. Yeah. Okay. What do we have now? Wealthiest civs? We are number 5. Okay. Okay, there's teepees built in our city. That's what I was expecting to see. I guess we can walk onto Uluru. Interesting. Do we actually see the teepees? I think we do actually, yeah. They're mixed in there. Alright, the dried meat maker is done. We got some overflow gold. Love to see it. This is prioritizing Johan in part because he's actually throwing all of his espionage on me. Alright, I mean, he knows that I'm the real threat here. That's funny. I'm nowhere near him. I don't even know where he is, actually. Yeah, actually, where is he, actually? Oh, he's right here. That's right. Yeah, I'm... but on the other side of the planet from him, more or less. Okay. Heal up in the Oasis. How's this looking? 13 turns for the Palisade. Okay. Great. Well, we're starting from square one with tribalism now. That's just lovely. For a little quick attack here. Okay. Do I have turkey? I think I do. Surely I do by now. Maybe not, actually. Alright. I guess I still won't have it. Are these guys really so hard to subdue? I keep having this problem with these turkeys. Alright. Well, on we go. I really need to find an armadillo so I can get that collected on, turned into a animal mascot. Ooh, nice. Lots of bison down here. Okay. Let's go for these bison kills. Bison are so valuable. I think like bison and elephants are and to some extent deer are like, but mainly bison and elephants are pretty much always going to be a priority to actually attack, bring in those resources. Out of work, I could hit size 11 pretty soon. Let me actually check and see where the immigrant unit is unlocked. I gotta figure out where this is. Okay, so I don't remember what am I trying to say? I don't remember what I could get. Giraffe units. Interesting. Okay, getting distracted. I don't remember where the what age they come from, so I gotta look like this. There it is. Oh, construction. Okay. So construction, I'm fairly sure this is the ancient age. This might be the classical age. I'll be able to figure this out pretty quick, though. So the immigrant can add 1 population point to a city, but when you build it, it takes 2 population points. This basically lets you transfer population directly from city to city. And this is going to be and this requires more than 10 citizens to even build. So this is going to be another way our capital supports our other cities, is by just building immigrants to send population around. That is going to be the plan. So let me actually figure out, where is construction located? Okay, hold on. Road building. Okay, it is a classical age tech. Okay, that's good to know. We'll want to make sure that we are not getting too ahead of ourselves, because without being able to build immigrants, our ability to support our other cities will be a bit more indirect, which is, you know, fair. That's a pretty strong option for us. So we need to work our way up to it. I wish that they put Baba Yetu, the Civ 4 menu theme, into the rotation for the prehistoric age. It would feel appropriate, I feel. Like it feels like kind of like an ancient song, you know? Maybe I could add it. There's probably a way for me to just add it to the music folder, honestly. I do know how to do that sort of stuff, and I may as well just do it myself. Alright, fortify until healed. I'm so ready for March. I really want to get March. Especially because I'm able to move so much. Having to fortify until healed every other turn is just so exhausting. Just let me keep moving. We're so close to finishing our scouting as well. It'd be such a nice reward after all the effort that we've put in. We're only a few kills away, probably. Saladin developed seafaring. I mean, he is on the coast. That does make sense. Alright. The Travois Maker is done. It's Enforcer time. These guys don't actually count as, I guess, for some reason they don't cause me to spend. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I think it makes sense to get these Enforcers up and running. Alright, whatever. That's fine. Just taking fights that are going to get me the XP that I need to get to March. Alright, we're almost there. We are almost there. Gosh, where is the sieve? I'm running out of space to find it. Like, where are you? You must be in here somewhere. Alright, we'll find them soon, I think. The other thing is I need to actually escort the tribe over to the new city location. It's not too far, but I will want to make sure I send over enough units to get it over there. Nice. Getting this to elegant will be quite nice as well. Not that we have anything we can't work right now because of a lack of being at elegant. Alright, 3 turns away. We definitely want to wait until we improve our government from anarchism. Actually, chiefdom, yeah, we can get this after tribalism, so it's not going to take too long. But yeah, we're not in a huge rush to get another city going after this new one. I think, so once I finish scouting, I'm just going to return home, get promoted to a hunter, because by then I'll have hunting. And then go out and look for armadillos in the desert, honestly. Try to find someone so I can get that Glyptodon promoted, or get that Glyptodon consumed to get the mascot from that. Are you joking? Please don't do that to me anymore. Alright, here we go. We should now have coconut in the city. Let's give it a turn to see if it happens. Hold on. Gotta check something real quick. Okay. Oh my gosh. Alright. There it is. We've got coconut. Yes. Alright, now this doesn't give us any new buildings we could build, but this is some additional health, which of course is very welcome. Love to see it. And these, yeah, we basically have Fort Coconut over here. These guys will guard it with their lives. I'm also not sure if this guy should be the guard. Maybe a slightly less qualified guy can go do it. We can afford to move 2 out temporarily. Let me switch out these 2 combat improved guys with 2 guys that just have poison tips. Actually, even just 1 guy. In fact, you know what? Maybe I should send... No, the Enforcer should be the one here because of their anti-crime effect. Let me send out just 1 axeman to man the fort, and then once he gets there, I'll send these 2 guys back. I don't think we generally will need more than that, at least for now. Yeah, we'll basically send... I want to send more of my axemen over to guard the new city location, while the enforcers are all getting trained. We'll kind of shuffle around our army as we go. Okay, so there we go. What do we have here? Nothing amazing. Boudica adopted banditry. Okay. We've nearly... Ooh, okay. Ooh, yikes. Obsidian Spearmen. Now, we actually have... Oh my god, please shut up. Okay, 97% chance. I'm gonna quick save. This is perhaps why having these higher tier guys here may be kind of useful, but this is fine. Let's go kill him. This guy definitely couldn't beat me attacking into the palisade, but I'm just going to go ahead and clear him out because I have the stronger unit there right now. Without the combat unit, I would definitely just wait for him to try to attack. But yeah, I think this is fine.
You're gonna get it now, good stuff. You're gonna get it now.
You head back, and then you're going to head back too in a moment. Okay. Ooh, I can probably get that elephant there. Okay, you fortify. What I could also do is I could have some spearmen who are going to be a little bit better on defense. That being said, I think what I'll do is I'll have my less valuable. Just one for now is probably fine. I'll kind of see. Yeah, because ultimately, if the mammoths don't actually have an upkeep cost, which seems bizarre, that's either a mistake with the tooltip, or it's like a weird oversight that the mammoths don't have upkeep. You think they'd actually have really high upkeep. Like for example, well, I guess horsemen only have one upkeep. Okay, elephants have one upkeep. Does everyone just have one upkeep? But I guess not these guys. Seems like an oversight to me that the megafauna don't have upkeep. Could we get a bear rider? That is kind of hard, I'm not gonna lie. These guys are really good against, what are they called? Bear knight? Oof. Damn. Okay, let's back out here. Anyways. Alright. Let's continue. Oh wait, I should have gone after the elephant. I totally forgot about him. It's fine. I'll just keep scouting. We'll be fine. Nice. Alright. Now, these other enforcers, they don't have to focus on armed guard, they can just focus directly on policing. Hold on. That's not what I want to see here. Exit. Here it is. Property watch. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I'm trying to make sense of this. Plus or minus. Can you show me where it's coming from? Could that be done? Possibly. That would be really convenient if you could show me. Give me a breakdown of where things are coming from. Let's give it a turn. Maybe it just needs to update. Okay, you just hang out here for now. Oh yeah, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll basically be able to move out these soldiers as the enforcers are built. Now part of why I want to have 6 enforcers is just because I can't train more of them until in between sedentary lifestyle and getting dualism, where I can build regular town watch. Because I don't think I can actually build the non-Neanderthal version that isn't obsoleted by sedentary lifestyle. Minimum latitude 40. This would be in space on this map, so that's too bad. We'll have to just add him to the culture, I guess. Speaking of culture, yeah, city influence here is very minor, but it is slowly building up. It's more than enough to outrun the decay. So yeah, this is fine.
You get whopped good, do not watch out!
Oh, hold on. That's a Neanderthal kayak. Wow, okay. That's the Neanderthal faction with a kayak sailing around. Yikes. This is why I don't have like a raft, what's it called? Like the basic one? Which I could build already. Well, actually not quite, but I could very soon build it. I guess I could technically take it on 2 versus 2, but still. Can the Neanderthal get this? Maybe they can. If the barbs are getting all the goody huts before me. I don't think they can get the goody huts, so we should be fine. That would be funny. And I think Combat 4 unlocks the speed upgrade, which gives them 1 more movement range, which would be excellent. Oh, can this raft kill the manta ray? God, I hope so. No, we can't, because the manta ray is not on the coast. Maybe the manta ray will move, though, with the raft there. Please, spare me. I've endured so many turns of this stupid manta ray alerting my people. Striped hyena, ball python. I don't know if I have a ball python heritage yet. Let me see if I can capture that guy. Unclear. Oh my god. Everyone's here. Oh my god. I'm gonna cry. He's leaving. Folks, we're free. We're free. Well, almost, not quite. He's still in invisible range, but he's moving out. Oh my god. I'm tearing up now. Our troubles, our time of toil and misery, they're nearly over. The manta ray is leaving our city's visibility. If he goes over here and then my other city is alerted by him every day, I will be so sad. But I think he's moving, finally. No, don't move closer. Get out of here. Although he is on coast now, so I could actually kill him. And a kayak does have bonuses versus animals, which is why I want to build them to do exploration. Right here, 1. Oh, this was actually in the fort as well, the coconut fort. By the way, I think that the way this should be balanced is that scouts have a strong anti-animal bonus on defense, but hunters, or like their line, only have it, well, they have it on offense and defense. The reason being that there's essentially no reason at all to ever build scouts, given how many animals there are in the prehistoric and ancient age. So to do scouting, you really just want to use hunters, which doesn't feel quite right. Like this, like I don't know how you really fix this, because hunters need to have movement. It's just kind of a limitation of the system. Maybe you have hunters and scouts merged into one kind of unit, which is sort of what is in the vanilla game, to the extent that hunting animals is like a mechanic you do anyways, which there isn't very much of that. But yeah. I mean, I gotta go for it. That's a lot of bison. Nice. Next enforcer is coming soon. Just wait a turn. Almost there. Let's just power our way there with a few more attacks. I'll take some damage. I just want to get to March, please. The delays. Just can't do them anymore. Alright. You get on to policing. Alright, starting to trend down a little bit. Good. See what we can do here.
Don't give them no chance!
Also going to now, what are we at? 36. I'm gonna move my three of these guys. I'm gonna start making my way over to scout what's going on over here. I want to make sure that this area is not filled with animals, because if so, I may need to get a hunter out, or at this stage, a tracker out to go clear it out first. I think as well, I'm going to send these two less experienced guys to go help hold down this fort. I think with the enforcers coming out, it's time to redistribute our armies out. This expansion is going to be in phases for sure. Oh, I think that's a kangaroo that I haven't captured before. Oh my gosh. We're almost at a point where there's no one in sight. The manta ray is gone though. Thank God. Alright. Oh, ring-tailed wallaby. I definitely don't have this guy. Please. Please subdue. This is a really rare animal. Please. Yes, okay. That also puts us into march range. Next turn, it's march o'clock. That is the time that it is. Come on. Alright, tailed wallaby. Let's see. Where is it? Where is March? Am I wrong about March coming from Combat 3? Oh, it also requires folk dance. Okay. That's fine. For some reason, I completely thought I could get it before folk dance, but nope. It's unlocked by folk dance. Okay, that's okay. I will still get Combat 4, because Combat 4 leads to speed, which doesn't require anything else. So it's still fine to get Combat 4. We can keep promoting. We're level 15 now, so we're very, very strong. This is an excellent unit. Alright. I'm just gonna have these guys kind of post up here. You two post up as well. Excellent.
You're gonna get it now! Don't give them no chance!
In fact, actually, all of you. Fortify together. There we go.
You get one good, lad. Watch out!
How's our civilian upkeep situation looking? We can have... Honestly, I should probably just have the upkeep limit of enforcers doing crime fighting in my capital. That's probably honestly the way I should do it. So it's 3 per, so we can have 10 enforcers essentially up and running at once. If I'm reading that right. Nice. Size 19. Size 10 with 19 turns to go. God, I wish it was size 19. Alright. $24 gold from that. God, where is this remaining civ? They're like the uncontacted tribe over on, what's it called? That island near India. Like, where North Sentinel Island, that's what it's called. How are we looking here? Okay, we're trending below 750, which is around where we were balanced before. Getting to the next size won't be great, but okay, how much crime am I getting per population? Let me see if I can figure out if it tells me somewhere in this goddamn wiki. Okay, crime. Here we go. Come on. Let's see. 3 per pop point. Okay, that's the basic amount. Stable is about 10 times the crime rate. It's at a plot by plot level. Okay. Okay. There may be some sense in actually having some enforcers that are guarding other areas. Yeah, we can actually see the crime rate I never really noticed this, but the crime rate is displayed in the actual tooltip. If you look at the tooltips, this may be sensible, because the crime is diffusing around, so just reducing crime in this tile, which obviously there's... So, okay, this is interesting. So there's actually 647 crime in the tile, but the city's crime is 742 because it's also having some crime diffused from neighboring areas. So having some enforcers out in neighboring areas will actually be kind of useful. So that is worth keeping in mind. It's more useful that they're in the actual city, I think, but yeah, we will keep an eye on that for sure. Okay, tribalism is almost done. I think what we're gonna do, as soon as tribalism is done, because we just finished an enforcer a moment ago. Ooh, red panda. I really want to capture you. You're really, really rare. Come on, please. Yes. Okay. Excellent. That is good news. Okay. Yeah, once we get tribalism... Well, then again, we should really wait for size 11 so that we're not losing out on a worker that we could get otherwise. So we will wait for that before we get a tribe going. Yeah, we will be getting our new city very shortly, actually. Very exciting stuff.
Civilization is the progress toward a society with privacy. The savage's whole existence is public, ruled by the laws of his tribe. Civilization is the process of setting man free from men.
Now, I kind of hate Ayn Rand, but this is kind of a hard quote. I'm not gonna lie. If only she knew what would happen to privacy when things got a bit too civilized. Rip. All right, so now we can go to tribal. So let's take a look at this. All right, so we currently are getting 2% maintenance cost from distance to palace and from number of cities, 2 unhealthiness everywhere, 10% increased chance to capture and 10% reduced chance to avoid capture, 10% more food required to grow. Then this is where a lot of our malices from all of our resources in all cities and in capital is coming from. We have unhappiness from cannibalism and from slavery, and happiness from Emancipation Proclamation. So we can now switch over to this. This will essentially result in, let's see. Oh, hold on, I gotta plug my phone in. Give me just a sec. It's at 3%. Not ideal. There we go. Oh, my phone did I? Okay. So this essentially increases the maintenance cost by a factor of 10 on top of the other modifiers. So this will obviously mean when we found a new city shortly, it'll be expensive on maintenance, but that's the trade-off. This also increases maintenance cost from corporations, cities on home continent, and overseas cities. This removes the bonus to capturing and keeps the bonus, it removes the malice to avoid capture, but reverses the bonus to capture to a malice. 10% war wariness. It reduces it keeps the same amount of growth required. It turns the all cities modifiers for, you can see on the screen there. It provides for the first time small bonuses to yield in all cities. It dramatically reduces the effect of the other yields in all cities and in the capital. And it makes hunting camps and hunting camps, pastures, and these jungle camps provide a lot more resources. This will also involve a 3-turn revolution, which I think it's fine to go through this now, and then we'll of course have to pay more for it as well. So let's go ahead and get the revolution started. We can't do too much in the meantime, so let's see. What's next here? I think we want to get raft building next. This will also give us, this is on rivers though. What's the one that gives us it on coasts? We have to make it all the way to sailing? I think we do. Yep, trade on coast, but we'll get the trade from the trail anyways. We also got pest crows in our city. All right, well, we'll have to wait a few turns for the anarchy to finish. To really see how our modifiers are looking. It'll be pretty different once it does finish. All right, this fish needs to leave. We finally got that manta ray out of here, and now we got fish have taken their place. We just can't catch a break in the Neanderthal campaign. We just can't catch a break. All right, once anarchy's over, let's see how we're looking. This is basically going to be a completely new dynamic here. Okay, 15 per turn, 50 research per turn. We get the 8 espionage per turn. And then over here, okay, crime is trending down quite nicely, actually. Water pollution is trending up a little bit, but everything's pretty much under control. Disease is still trended, or it's still even, well, not quite, but it's trending up very slightly, but it's below 0. This is still probably the best set of specialists to be running at the moment. Yeah, we'll wait for it to grow to size 11, and then switch over to building the tribe. It'll take a little while. Tribe is going to be really expensive. But fortunately, it will also use food to produce faster, so successful hunting will help grow it a bit sooner. All right. I'm going to have these guys actually come down and hold this tile here. But then we need to escort the tribe as well. Okay, I'll escort them with one of the enforcers, because that enforcer will become the new guy holding him, and then I'll have the army actually relocate a little further out, maybe to like here, to help fog bust and keep an eye on things. I think that'll be the plan. Nice. There is size 11. Excellent. We're working the extra citizen. I think that's probably the right move, at least for now. Okay. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and finish this enforcer, which is nearly done, and then we will get the tribe queued up. As you can see, this is an expensive unit, and we can only have one at a time because it's a national unit. It is building a little bit faster with some of our resources. Pretty much every map resource helps you build the tribe a little faster. Okay, looking good. Alright, you guys just host up here for now. Then once we get here with the enforcer at the tribe, we'll relocate these guys a little further out, probably to here, to help guard the entrance over here from animals. I need this moon bear to get out of here, but I'll deal with him later. I don't have time in my build order to squeeze out a chaser. Alright. Amsterdam got destroyed by an earthquake. Okay. Unlucky for him. I still think we're about to have the second city in the game. I don't know how Berlin is doing it, but they have got... I mean, I guess look at these resources here. They've got an insane start with these resources. They're such a large city. I don't know how they've done it. Ooh, yes, another Asian elephant. Nice. That is quite valuable. You know, this is not ideal. That's a stone axeman, but still. I guess we are in a very strong position in the ancient forest, so we probably won't be attacked.
Get the good stuff!
Right, you.
Get it now!
I'm actually going to have this guy get armed guard, because this is going to be the defender of the new city.
Watch out! You get good! You not watch out!
We're just going to have him... Let's see. We'll have him head here and fortify. Moonbear probably won't attack him. Then we'll have him escort the tribe from there. Alright, excellent. Making progress. Great hunter in Amsterdam. Throw down a quick save. God damn it. Chase after him. clear this out, then we'll heal up on the hill. Nice. Lots of obsidian around here as well. Too bad I can't use any of it. Oh my gosh. My chair's stuck. There we go. Okay. Look at the shirt, by the way. Hell yeah. Okay. Heal up. Now, there's actually a argument for getting a fort over here. This is kind of a good choke point to control. This kind of lets me have this be kind of this sort of extended area, not in my border, but kind of under my influence. And this would also give me the resin, which is quite nice. But I'd rather just wait and get a city over here. There's a pretty strong city location somewhere over here. So I need to figure out exactly where it is. Yeah, and if I built the fort, I'd have to get rid of it then later to get the city. I don't think resin is an urgently important resource for me anyways. So yeah, I think it's fine. Most powerful civs, we are number 7. And Johann de Witt is the 8th? Okay. Interesting, so Johann is the weakest civ in terms of military strength.
You not
I suppose that makes some sense. Oh my gosh, no, we got a serious desert over here. Let's go attack this tarantula. I don't know if we have a desert tarantula. I think we have a jungle tarantula. Well, we won't be getting one today, sadly. Well, maybe not sadly. I'm not too sad about it, but would have been nice to secure that, that's for sure. I see you watching me. Alright, let's get this cleared up, and then we'll circle back over and keep looking for that mysterious 8th civ. Maybe they're on like an island somewhere. Maybe they are really like the uncontacted tribe. That'd be kind of interesting, but they're probably just in the Terra Incognita. At least we got Hillsman. We'll keep walking around here pretty easily. Saladin adopted tribal. Okay. Nice, another bison. Good timing. Interesting. Don't know what to make of that exactly. Holy incense. Wow, okay. This map has a lot of resources, methinks. Maybe the additional resources option was a little overkill, because this map already has more resources than normal, but honestly, it makes it more interesting. More viable city locations. Oh my god, please. He's got to be somewhere around here. Where is he? Show me the nation. Atapuerca celebrates We Love Anarchy. Interesting. It's because we have positive happiness. We have a chance for that happening. +1 happiness. Oh yeah. Okay. The anarcho paleo civilization continues to amuse me. I don't think we actually have just a wolf heritage yet. Maybe we do. For some reason, I feel like we don't. I guess we'll find out in a moment if we do or not. There's those fireworks going off. Johann developed financial and gluttonous policies. Interesting. We love anarchy again. Atapuerca is all for it. Look at that. Okay, add tail wolf. We did not have it. Interesting. Let's get that camel. Well, I guess we'll wait a turn. Can't move too much further. Oh, what is that? Is that a Neanderthal tracker? Okay, interesting. I don't like him just kind of hanging out over here. Was that a hunter? Oh, yikes. Okay. I could rebuild that later. That's fine. Yeah, I cannot attack.
You're not so tough. Don't give them no chance.
Let me send my strongest guy back over. Oh, nice.
Lovely to live on a raft. We had the sky up there, all speckled with stars, and we used to lay on our backs and look up at them, and discuss about whether they was made, or only just happened.
Alright. See the big picture? Let's see. I think we progressed towards boat building again, is the way. I could also go to chiefdom, which is not a bad idea. But I think this also does require hunting, though, which would then mean pictographs and also tanning. So let's get to boat building. I think we've delayed it long enough. Let's get the elephant. And the water buffalo, too, if we can.
You get whopped good, do not watch out.
I'll take him off at next turn. I won't go and kill that. This guy could probably kill. Well, I don't know if he could, or if he would actually kill. Oh, I guess he would go for an attack. Interesting choice. I don't know what that guy was thinking. Yeah, that guy. Let me take a look at the combat log for a moment. Let's see. Does it show me? Yep, okay. I was completely right. 17.20. That is his defense. That's his strength on defense.
Don't give them no chance.
Yeah. Because it's 4. I think then it's +5. So that's like 9. And then plus 50%. And like plus a bunch of other modifiers. So that's a 17 strength on defense. That is insanely powerful. Alright, you can head back over here.
Good, do not watch out.
Oh, alright, well, at least we killed it, so there's that. that, and then fortify. Have to heal you up as well. Next turn, the tribe will be finished. Alright, I'm excited. Again, this is not going to be the most impressive city in the universe, but we got to start somewhere. And it's safer to get this city built, and then we'll build the much better city further south. Yeah, this is an important part of the Civ games. It's taken us... I mean, most Civilization games take a fraction of this amount of time in their totality. I don't know if standard Civ games even normally get to... In fact, let me look it up really quick. I'm curious. I'm going to see what a standard Civ game's turn amount usually is. I'm pretty sure it's less than 1,800. Alright, Civilization 4... Let's see, turn amounts per speed. There must be like a list somewhere. Okay, here we go. CivWiki. Alright. In Beyond the Sword. So it's 320... Or no, it's 330 in quick, 500 in normal. So most normal games, you could have played almost 4 normal games in the time that this campaign has happened so far, from start to finish. 750, and this is for a time victory, 750 in Epic and 1500 in Marathon. You would have finished a marathon speed Civ game by now in this campaign. Holy crap. Okay. Folks, we're moving slow. We are moving slow. That's okay. That is the magic. All right, it's tribe time. Go join up with your fellow.
You're gonna get it now!
All right, this looks like the spot. The game also agrees that this looks like the spot for all the reasons that we have noted before. Now I should note, because of the extra size thing, the distance you have to settle is increased. So it's not just about it's better to settle further away than if you're settling super close. You just literally cannot. Alright, so now that we've done that, let me actually take stock really quick. Do you have an upkeep? You do have a 2 upkeep, so ignoring the 2 that guy is consuming. So we can squeeze out probably 3 or 4 more enforcers, I think. I think it's worth it with the crime rate being what it is. Maybe we actually quickly build something else, though. Could get a Belladonna. Or, oh. Let's quickly... I don't want disease to go above 0, even just above 0. Let's quickly grab Burial Tradition Earth. I think this is ultimately the best call. Let's go for Burial Tradition Earth. And then we will throw out a few more enforcers. Let's get 3 more queued up.
Get the good stuff!
This Glyptodon yelling at me. Not the good stuff. Look at this guy. I want to pet Glyptodon. I want to ride on a Glyptodon. Can I do that? Can I go back in time and ride on one of these guys? In Prehistoric Planet Season 3, the episode with the Glyptodons was awesome. They were so cute. Just watching them walk around was great. Oh my god. Alright, everyone's gotta go. Won't save them for me, though. Nice. Subdued as well. Let's move. Okay, we should have a clear shot to get over here. If this tribe gets killed on the way, I'm gonna be very sad. That'd be a massive, massive loss. Such a expensive unit to lose. That's why I've taken every precaution to make sure we can make it over there without any problems. Oh, we've expanded. I did not even notice this. This must have just happened. Maybe it happened a few turns ago. It has a bit of culture built up, but either way, I did not get notified about this. This is excellent news. In fact, I'm removing a citizen to work this. 411 is already worth working, and it's about to be even more worth working because I'm getting out a gatherer immediately. This is a super duper priority. Now, of course, this is the one with no road, so we're gonna have to build a road, then we're gonna have to build a grape gathering camp. That's completely fine, though. I guess I'll send one of the enforcers to go guard this as well. I'll send you over just now to go guard it. I think that's fine. Another elephant, nice. Excellent. Continue your move down here. Do you see that on the screen? What is this guy? His like shadow is really weird. Interesting. There's a volcano over there. What is that? What is that? Is that a obsidian swordsman over there? It's a stone maceman. Okay, I was completely wrong. Interesting. Alright. You fortify here for now. I will need to build another. Well, I do have roots here and here, so I don't need to build a root right here at this very instant. There's also forest, so let's go for forest worker. Alright. We're almost there. And these guys here, I'm gonna keep them here for just a moment, but then I'll probably move them further out to here, as I've said before.
Yes!
Excellent. You guys just keep defending. Fortify until healed. Germany has 120% more military strength than me because they've got a 2.2 strength, which means 2.2 times our strength. Alright. Speaking of prehistoric planet, Sir David Attenborough, a great hunter, has been born in Mecca. Calling him a hunter doesn't feel quite right, but okay, sure. That's funny. Okay, you know what? Yeah, let's get the trail, then we'll get the gathering camp. Okay, the moment has come.
You not so tough!
Time to build a city. Our first new city. I don't know what the name will be, but we'll just take whatever name it gives us. Here we are. It's showing us the initial 8, but of course it won't spawn with this. Nerja. Okay. Alright, what did we get in Nerja? Let's see here. We also may need to keep the military presence here so that it isn't unhappy, at least for now. Okay, so it inherited all of our folklore. That's good to see. Looks like we've got animal hide, bark, and bone tents and huts. And we got all of our folklore as well. Very nice. Okay, so we have a lot to build, needless to say. Let's start with the basic stuff. Okay, discussion. Then we'll kind of take stock from there. All right, our economy has slightly collapsed because of city maintenance. Yeah, it's very expensive until you have a better economy to really support lots of cities. So we're gonna have to be a little bit careful with this. But ultimately, we will be fine. We've got a lot of money saved up for this exact thing. And are they trading? It seems like they are. It says that they are. Doesn't show me any trade routes though. Maybe next turn it will update. Alright, it's not going to grow at the moment, but that's fine. We are also now the score leader with 85. That is very nice to see. Definitely so. Alright, I don't think we have actual trade routes built up yet. That's fine.
Yes!
Okay. We definitely don't want to get another city until we have chiefdom, at least. But it's still going to be expensive. This will reduce the maintenance cost, so this will actually have a pretty significant effect. But yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape here. We're the first person to found a second city, which is always good. We'll probably just call it Nerja. Okay. Oh. Interesting. So this is the, we have another, this is an actual coast. We have another internal sea, but not one that goes outside to the outer sea. So that's unusual. I was not expecting that at all. We'll have to see how that pans out there.
Hello there!
I have nothing to work here except for a citizen. More great hunters being born. Okay. I'm actually check really quick if Nerja is getting all of my resources. I think it probably is, given how much health it has. Nope. Okay, it is getting all my resources. That is perfect, including all the resources constructed. So this is really good. So both map and manufactured resources are shared for everything that's on my root system. That is really good to know because this means that my mammoth strategy will work, which I assumed it would. However, I wasn't 100% sure that the resource would be brought through the roots, but it appears to be the case that it will. That is very good. Very, very good. Alright, let's head back over here. Gosh, got a whale shark. Nice. Burial Tradition Earth should stop the disease growth that has been happening. Let's see. It's balanced out. This is fine for now. Crime is down to 728, but we're gonna get more enforcers out. Let me check and see. I need to keep an eye on this as well. Okay, free upkeep for civilians is still 32, so 4 more should be sufficient, and they'll all hang out here normally. Once this is done, this guy will move back. He doesn't need to actually. The animals won't come and pillage this, and if we see humans coming, we'll respond accordingly. Got a fire in the water, causing the destruction of a building. Great. What did we lose? We lost... Actually, what did we lose? Come Come on, show me the event. Public stoning was destroyed. Well, that's not great. Yeah, I gotta get this back. That's a priority. Oh, I didn't even realize there was someone there. That's fine. We can pretty safely accidentally initiate combat with pretty much anybody. It was a beautiful booby as well. Oh, another Glyptodon. I'm not expecting to see any more of those guys up and about. Oh my gosh, that's an African elephant right there. Now that is some big food. 100% chance to kill. Let's see if we subdue. This may go to my new city. Not 100%. Actually, it's probably going to go to my old city. Yep, Atapuerca is closer. So this does confirm that it's based on how the crow flies and not based on, like, the movement. Because technically, the closer city by movement... Well, hold on. If we're considering the shape of the Pangaea, I think because it goes around the inner sea, Atapuerca might be closer, so I'm not 100% sure still. We'll figure it out eventually. Alright. Now we'll just head here and wait. Okay, the road is done, or the trail is done. Grape Gathering Camp. Here we go. Oh, there's a wood spearman there. Good thing I have a guy here. This should be fine. But if he attacks him, I'll just move my gatherer out, and then we'll bring over reinforcements. We should be fine, though. Another dire wolf. Nice. African elephant tail added. Excellent. Public stoning's almost done again. Okay, that guy left. Good. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about building a fort over here and trailing to it to get the resin. I think it's probably worth it. I may even do something similar with the prime timber. Because these are some pretty good resources that I don't have at the moment. And getting a city up here is not going to be happening for a little while. I can always dismantle the forts and turn them into more productive yield buildings once I am settling up there. But it's worth considering. I think at least doing it with the amber makes sense, because amber is kind of rare. Moose herds in Nursia. Intriguing. Let's go get this Glyptodon subdued as well. Very nice. Okay. Well, I guess now we've got 2 Glyptodons just in our town here. I guess one of you can add yourself to the local culture. Alright. You just sleep? Gotta find an armadillo or something. Working on community discussion now. We have incredibly slight growth, so that's a great start. I think community discussion should probably come first. Help with our culture growth. We need to grow onto the fish as soon as possible. And then we basically redo the same kind of production-oriented set of things that we focused on before. Fruit gatherer, lumber gatherer, lichen gatherer, stick gatherer. What else? That's probably it for the initial couple. Yeah. And once these enforcers are done, I will eventually also build some of these merchants that can bring materials to the other city. But I want to get our enforcers out at least. Let's hit our soft cap for enforcers, and then we'll, because I want to, yeah, this is getting out of control. We gotta do something here. Alright, I mean, I gotta go for the bison. Unhappiness and inertia. God damn it. What's the problem? Oh, okay.
Back you rod!
Can't do too much about that at the moment. We will address that in the future, though. Good. Got 6 turns away for that. We definitely need to get... I think we definitely need to get into slavery once we unlock it. Being able to hurry production, which I think... Yeah, there it is. Worldview slavery. Yeah, shedding some of our enormous size to get some production done faster will be very handy. Though possibly quite inefficient given the amount of time it takes to grow. We'll have to see what we're looking at. But having the option will be quite nice at least. Hello. Moose. Do we have a saber tooth? I think we probably do. Let me check. Maybe not, actually. We have Paleolithic cat. I don't know if we have saber tooth. Well, in case we don't, I'll try to get that guy. Oh, there's a flamingo over here as well. I gotta go for that.
Yes!
Where's my hunting bonus? he just didn't give me any hunting bonus? Okay. It's a little odd. Just, nothing on the deer, I guess. That's too bad. Culture of Nurture is about to grow. Excellent. Oh, there's the flamingo. Can't quite reach him, though. Oh, hello, Aboriginals. You are the last of the civs. Okay. Strategist. Okay. So they are the lowest score civ. What the world? In the world is this? Waters of Life? They're putting notes down on my map. Interesting. I don't know why that says that. Okay, sure. So now we know everyone. Alright. Given their weird location and lack of access to the outer sea, I can kind of understand why they're having some score trouble. Okay. Now we know everyone at least, which is nice. Alright. Policing. koala. Yes, I need to get a koala. Some of these Australian animals being by the Aboriginals also makes a lot of sense, which is kind of fun. Alright, where did that flamingo go? I'm never going to find him again, am I? Probably not. Okay. Got some stone units at least. We're the score leader now. I mean, we were for a little bit, but nice to see. Definitely nice to see. Excellent. Back we go. Woden has been born in Berlin. Interesting. Just gotta keep working. It's not like the citizen's gonna do much anyway. I mean, it helps a little bit, in fairness. Alright, you know what? Crime's going down really fast now, though. I really want to... Hold on, what's the disease like over here? The military unit... I don't think this guy would count as a military unit, so I really should send over an enforcer if I'm going to send over someone. Let me send this guy down here, so I can keep all my enforcers on Atapuerca. Also, the grape gatherer is complete. Which means I can send this guy back as well. This guy is ready for his next upgrade. Policing 2 requires... oops. Dualism, so we won't be able to get that for a little while. Let's see. Sleuth? I could give him Sleuth. Let me see what Sleuth does. Where is it in the list? Here it is. Investigation. I think that reduces insidiousness, which increases crime rate? Is that how this works? Helps criminals avoid discovery. Is this like spies and stuff? Is that what that's talking about? I think that's probably what that's talking about. I mean, I guess it makes some sense to have it in the city. You also get long arm, extra combat bonus versus criminal units. I mean, with Armed Guard 5, I don't know how much I really need the combat bonuses on this guy. He's going to be really good defensively. So let's continue to have him be like a law enforcement unit. Let's give him Sleuth.
Hello there to you.
You know, with this guy coming back, actually, you go back, join your friends. You, I'm actually going to have go over here. Yeah, well, this will make this place happy, which will help with the extra production. 2 more production is worth it. Nice. All right. 513. Love to see it. If we can get below, what was it, 625? That would also give our city a lot more happiness, which would let us possibly, well, we're actually okay with everyone who's there. Oh my gosh. What is this, like, culture growth? Maybe this is like a nightmare difficulty thing, where the culture can grow a lot more. Intriguing. Continuing our way. I guess the one thing scout units can actually do that the hunter units can't is they can enter neutral borders, which is kind of nice, but I'll survive without being able to get the visibility from within the borders. Yeah, this is, so they're not even actually on the coast. No, they are. They're diagonal to it. So they've got access to this like weird like inner sea. Interesting. Alright, we'll have to keep those other axemen there for now. But we'll build up some more military units when we have some time. Wealthiest civs, we are number 5. Okay. Let's see. I should go for it. Nice.
Fishing is much
Nice.
more than fish. It is the great occasion when we may return to the fine simplicity of our forefathers.
Alright, Herbert Hoover. Good suggestion. Alright, I want to get this vision, so let's go ahead and clear this guy out.
You're not so tough! Hello there to you!
Oh, it's because I built him. That's why. Fortify up. Fortify up. Alright, everyone just has to stay here for now. Okay, this is definitely helping with the construction projects. The funny part is that I'm still building buildings at about the same speed, but because they're so much cheaper, because the production is so much slower, it's actually kind of a testament to kind of some good balancing by the mod on the amount of production needed for buildings that's going to roughly scale as you get more buildings to help with production, if that makes sense. So I think it's actually kind of impressive that they pulled that off, given that there's like hundreds of different buildings and all these different systems interacting with each other. This mod is definitely complicated. No one can deny that. Alright. Get out of the swamp. Heal up over there. We're looking on crime now. Okay, we're really trending down. This is excellent. Yeah, the 1-2 punch of each enforcer innately reducing the crime and also giving them policing is having a lot of effect on the local crime here. How are things over here? Crime over here is under control. Same with disease, by and large. That's pretty good. Alright, heal up. Just gotta keep heading away with these turns. heading away. Keep progressing along with these turns is probably the better way to say that. Okay. Alright, we've nearly finished exploring the entire Pangea, which is insane. But I think we're going to pull this off. Maybe even this episode. We'll see. Lots of bison for us to go hunt. Alright, once this enforcer is done, what are we looking at here? We can probably squeeze out 2 more, I think. I certainly would like to. Oh, have the dances. No, because we need the actual dance, the dance hut to get the dances over here. Okay. That is fair. Nice. Turquoise. Now that is a rare resource right there. Very interesting. Alright. Policing. Fortify up. Okay. We need to get some more income as well. I don't want this to keep bleeding forever. I think here's the plan. Let's get ourselves to the soft cap for civilian unit upkeep, and then we switch over to getting some more income buildings. This is gonna be 6 from these guys. Actually, we're at 28 right now, so +3. I'll have to cancel the additional one that's being built, but this will get us to about the cap. If we go over briefly with like a worker or a tribe, that's okay. They're not going to be up and about for too long. Alright, so let's now focus on getting some more money, which means... So this is actually 2 gold from this, so let's start with this. Craft hut. I can take 1 unhealthiness, that's fine. And let's see what else. Woodwind instrument maker. This will help us with some culture. 0.66, not actually that much. Maybe the bead worker first? Yeah, that's 2. And then, let's see. Wood carver, that's not that valuable actually. The village hall, okay. 1 free specialist, I think of any sort, is what I think that means. I'm not 100% sure. 5% maintenance, though, is a lot. But 2 production is nice. We'll get to that. I don't think we urgently want to build that at the moment. bison along the way, of course. Won't pass up the bison kill. Or not. Alright, well, we'll try to catch up to him. How's my cultural expansion situation looking over here? 13 turns away. Let's hope we get either of these would be fine. We don't have workboats yet, but we'll have them. We can have them kind of soon. We shall see. Well, I guess we'll go here. Get some more of this fog busted.
Get the good stuff!
Okay. Great. That's just what I wanted to see. Let's go fight a grizzly. That's going to be a valuable animal to kill or capture. Oh, capture, nice. By the way, the reason I'm not moving all my subdued animals that arrive at my capital over to the new city, where their culture would be more useful, is that I just don't want to bother with micromanaging moving them and then they get killed by other animals. Subdued animals have no strength and will be instantly killed by anything that touches them, so I don't want to bother escorting them every time. It's just not worth it for that level of micro. And the culture in my capital is still ultimately useful, so it's fine. I think it's acceptable. Acceptable trade-off. Alright. We're finally getting the last little bit of unknown territory cleared out. Itzlcoatl has founded to notched a distant land. Huh? Oh, I misread it. I was about to say, isn't that his capital? So I get a notification when someone founds another city. Teotihuacan is going to be his second city. Okay, that is good to know. He's got a second city. I'm actually in the area, and I don't see it, so I may have to explore to find it. It's probably around here somewhere. Let's see if we can find it actually while we're in the area. Though first, I'm going to heal up for a turn. Let's grab Tail Thylacine. Procoptodon is what does that. Nice. Let's head over here and try to find that other town. Okay, this should probably be our last enforcer for a while. Leasing. Let's take a look and see. Yeah, 31.40 out of 32 free. Because I can't figure out where this 32 free is coming from, I can tell which civics are giving me the military unit upkeep. It may be based on my population size? Surely it has to scale with something. Either way, so we've got ourselves this giant-ass police force just absolutely patrolling the hell out of Atapuerca. This city has cops on every corner right now. Alright, well, my my civilization seems destined to become a totalitarian dystopia, like all of my nations in every game that I play. So we'll see what happens exactly. But nonetheless, crime here. Ooh, okay. We have gotten rid of crime rape. That is actually insane. We just have such an insane amount of law enforcement all over the place that we've managed to get it to stop happening at a large level. Okay, this has done a huge amount of work to reduce the amount of unhappiness and unhealthiness. Although, it doesn't seem as though the income effect is... I guess that was mostly from mugging. That didn't have an income effect. So that is fine. Blissful ignorance. Education unaware. Okay. This is not helping. It's fine. We have no education at all. Someday we will. Alright, so we're just going to keep, let's see, this is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 enforcers in Atapuerca. We've got 2 over here as well. Honestly, this one here, it should really go back. And I think we can now actually go back. So we're going to have even more in Atapuerca. Right, Craft Hut is next. And then, let's see. Let's go for the, what do I want to get next? Actually, our build order is okay for now. Let's proceed. Alright, heal for a turn. Add the tail. Let's find this other city while we're over here. This is the furthest away we can possibly go from our city, so until we have seafaring. So I want to find where that other city is so I can at least see it with my vision that I do have. Here's Tenochtitlan land. We know about that one. Because we can't see. We can't see it without walking over, breaking the fog of war first. That's the reality of it. Okay. Let's continue to explore. Alright, let me actually... Yeah, you can just do that. Okay, look at that. Are we able to get crime mugging out of here? I don't think so. 350, that's just not possible with our current population. I don't think it is, at least. But all the same, we are making progress here. Look at the local crime amount. It's so much lower now. That's crazy. Or who's next? Apparently we have a good chance for another great doctor. Interesting. I kind of want a great spy next, to be completely honest. We'll see, though. I think... Yeah, isn't the investigator... Yeah, the investigator provides further crime reduction. It requires town patrol, which I think... Let's see, where's town patrol coming from? Town patrol. This is law enforcement. I think this is an ancient age tech. Let me check here. It's connected with code of laws. It's gonna be back here somewhere. Is it classical age? Might be. Law enforcement. Am I just completely dumb. Where is it? I feel like I'm completely missing it. Come on, where is Code of Laws? Let's start with that. Oh my gosh. Oh, here it is. Okay. It is a classical age tech. Okay, that is good to know. So we're a ways away from that. But I imagine we can maybe even get a great investigator for a super specialist. That'd be pretty good. Get Sherlock Holmes or whatever. Okay. Oh, I think I figured out where their city is. It's up here somewhere. This is a pretty obvious spot for a city, in fairness. So even with the second city, they're still only in the middle of the pack, which is kind of crazy. I don't think anybody else has a second city. I'm getting notifications for that, so I would be aware if that had happened. City of Nerja is about to reach new threshold. Excellent. Alright, there it is. Very nice. Alright, let's see expansion onto one of the resources. Come on, let's see it. Not exactly what I had in mind, but I suppose it could have been worse. Considered minuscule. Alright. Well, 111 is, I think, better than +2 at the moment, given what I need in Nerja, so this is fine. Again, it would have been nice to go out here, but it's fine. This is Caves Marsh. This should probably be a wetlands camp, but I don't have time to get a gatherer over there right now. Actually, hold on. Maybe I do have time. I have to escort them. This stupid viper is in the way.
Hello there to
I'm gonna go kill
you!
this viper really quick.
You not so tough!
Once the crafts hut is done. Well, let me wait for it to grow, and then we'll get the gatherer up and running. He's running for his life. Now, let me just go stand over here and guard the way. Once boat building is done, I'll also get a boat builder queued up so I can then build a Neanderthal kayak to start sailing around. You just wait there. Boudica got chiefdom. Alright. Working on the lumber gatherer now. Very nice. Resources wood are in Nerja. Why didn't they have that earlier? Oh, lumber gatherer, that's right. Yes. They have another copy of resources wood, technically. Alright, that's fine. We are bleeding money, though. We gotta get this crafts hut built ASAP. We have a lot saved up, but we'll chew through it quick if we don't start to get this under control. I could also reduce my research, but I don't want to, so I won't.
My mother told me that she learned to swim when someone took her out in a boat to the middle of the lake and threw her overboard. I said, "Mom, they weren't trying to teach you how to swim."
Okay. That's a great quote right there. Alright, so what's next? Fishing would let us get the workboat, and also give us the ability to build some pretty good buildings as well. Yeah. war canoe as well. Okay. But I think we've beelined enough. Let's go back over here. Let's grab stone building next. And then, because then we can also get city garrison number 3 on our really good defender units. And then probably from there we want to get tanning and slash and burn. Then probably heat treatment after that. And then obsidian weapons after that. Yeah, that'll be the build order. Alright, we got more fires going on. Fire here. I'm just gonna save the forest with money. I want the forest to stay here. Okay. Craft hut is almost done. Getting boxed in by the animals. Very good. Nice. Belladonna is next. That, I think, makes sense. This would be really good to actually get out now. But let me go ahead, let me get the Belladonna and the beadworker for the extra money, and then we'll get the canoe builder after that. Then we'll start building some ships. I really like this song. We've nearly finished scouting over here. Almost have it. There must be just a bunch of wonders that aren't on this map, or maybe in maybe there's another small set of islands or something where the wonders are located, because I feel as though most maps are supposed to have all the natural wonders, but I don't know. I don't really know exactly how it is designed. Another mammoth tile as well. Oh my gosh. Well, let's fix that there. Alright. Guess we'll fortify until healed for just a moment. Wait, let's get the donkey first. Nice. Nerger became unhappy again. Great. Okay, time for speed. Excellent. Fortify until healed. Actually, just kidding. I've got bison to kill. Fortify later. I guess, oh my god, look at all these bison. But no killing for me today. I'm not going to end on the tar pit. That's a crazy movement. But we have nearly fully discovered everything, just a little bit left. my gosh, come on. Stop moving around. Just, come on. I know you're moving around, just let me do my turn, please. Oh my gosh. They're just going back and forth between these different herds. Come on. This is really not called for. Just, please, just finish moving around so I can do my turn. I don't need to see all this. Oh my gosh, I'm just stuck here endlessly watching all these stupid animals move around in a giant circle. How much movement is really necessary here? Just finish moving around. Just finish moving around. Oh my actual god. I'm losing it. What are you doing? Stop moving around for no reason. Okay, okay. Oh my god, please. Oh, finally, yes, okay. Holy crap. Get me away from there. Alright, well, I can't do too much about that. Oh, it's because of crime fighting. That's why this was developed. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, if I see another minute-long stretch of just animal movement, I'm gonna lose my mind. Please. Please, come on. Yes, get out of my vision. No, no, don't come back. No, no, please. No, I'm stuck. I'm stuck watching animals move. Okay, okay, thank God. There wasn't as many this time. Alright, now we just have to start slowly chipping away at these numbers. Alright, well I guess we'll go for the bison first. Each animal we kill is one less, like, second of time that we're waiting around. Alright, now can I just... No, not really. Just wait.
You not so tall.
This place is really expensive to maintain. This place over here is going to be even more expensive due to the distance. But that is the trade-off. Working on the bead worker now. Nice. We could solve all our problems by just building wealth, but I don't think that's a good idea right now. We have actual stuff to build. And we can get there next turn. We can discover that. And that will be all of the land explored, which is excellent. Oh, Adapurca grew. I didn't even notice. Size 12. Oh, I bet it's working a citizen. That's also probably contributing to that. Or we'll go back over there when we're allowed to. Gotta watch all these birds moving around. Okay, we have now discovered every single territory that is on land on the Pangea. Here's a quick view of the Pangea map from pretty much the highest I can go. You can see how much this inner sea really splits it up, and then we are over here. Okay. So, I think it is time to begin making our way home, I think I'm going to go north and just kind of gradually make my way back. The extra production is nice, but we've actually reached a level of production where, given our current financial state, I don't think 2 production is worth -1 commerce right now, to be completely honest. I also wonder if even with anti-clerical, -1 research and -1 culture is worth +1 commerce and the birth rate. I kind of think it might be, to be completely honest. So this brings us down to -6. Hold on. There we go. That's -5. I think even with anti-clerical, especially with the birth rate part, this is actually worth it. And then the remaining tile should be probably the lush tile. Yeah, I think this is the way I do it. At least for now. Once I get, actually, you know what? I will work this one here. And then once I get, you know what? I'm gonna actually grab the fish trap and then the spearfisher. So this is gonna get me to 3-1 and then to 4-1, and then we will get the beadworker. Ooh, the jeweler. Oh, this does add crime though. It's so valuable though. We should get the jeweler. And then the canoe builder. Okay, that is the build order. Alright, the journey continues. Let's go to leisurely pace. We're not really... Oh, you know what? I didn't... Yeah, I can't see this. I would need to be... I need to be inside the water to see all of this, so it's fine. Alright, I get it. There's birds. I'm aware. As soon as I don't need to kill any more birds or capture any more birds, the game throws hundreds and hundreds of birds in my line of sight to chew up my end turn time. Oh, if I could get the flamingo though, but he's going to be in the pile. Unless I see a flamingo by itself, I'm not going to bother trying to get to it. It's not happening. Interesting. By the time we get back, because I've really not focused on it, by the time we get back we should be able to get him promoted to a hunter, because we'll have hunting. Then we'll send him out to go look for aardvarks. I wonder if... Yeah, she has not spread this. Well, 12%, okay. And 12% of the world population worships shamanism. It's basically everyone in her city. Maybe she'll spread it to Nerja, and then it spreads to Atapuerca, or Atapuerca, I should say. Ooh, okay. This is exactly what I was talking about. We could get ourselves a flamingo. Alright, gotta figure out where he went, though. Where? Oh, there he is. I think I may be able to catch up to him down here. I'll see if he goes north at least. I really want to get that guy into my heritage while I can. He's kind of a rare bird. Okay, good. I see where he's going. He's going in the direction that I'm going to, which is excellent. Come on, capture him. I am sad. So sad. Okay, next turn. And then I guess I'll check the desert while I'm over here to look for aardvarks. God, where the hell did he go? The one time I need to see where he's going, it doesn't show me. Thompson's Gazelle. Huh? Okay, I don't think I have you in my heritage. Interesting. He's just gone. All right. Well, we'll just proceed onward. You know, I think I don't want to go on a huge detour. Let's just go north around the lake, around the sea. I mean, that's fine. All right. We get this done. Right, this is now a 3-1, much better. It will get even better soon with the Spearfisher. 4-1 will be excellent. And there's even more tiles like this that strengthen coasts. Let's see. Yeah, the harbor replaces it with city planning, and then it gives a 1 food, 1 wealth, which is really good. Then 2 food, 2 wealth with port. Commercial, yeah, you can see it what it does. Extremely strong stuff here. Water plots 3, 5, 1. Holy crap! Oh wait, no, that's like a building. Or is this every single water plot? That's kind of insane. Like, this is why I want to have pretty much all coastal cities for the most part. Is you get such insanely strong use of the water territories. Yeah, definitely pretty good. Definitely pretty good.
And the house, when it was in building, was built of stone, made ready before it was brought thither, so that there was neither hammer, nor axe, nor any tool of iron heard in the house, while it was in building.
Alright. Let's see if we can grab this red kangaroo. I think we have the heritage, but I don't remember if we have the red kangaroo heritage. Probably we do. Knowing my fortune, what there is of it. You know, I'm just going to bring this guy back. I don't really need him to be standing here right now. And he would at least give a little bit more happiness down here. Not much, but it would help ever so slightly. Okay, crime is still trending down. This is really good. Love the look of this. All it took was a massive army of police to scare everyone into not committing any crime. Nothing like the threat of capital punishment to make people not cause harm to one another needlessly. Make of that dynamic what you will. Let's just continue on. I don't know why I'm killing bison. Unnecessary bison killing. Alright. And I think we'll actually call it here on turn 1950. You'd think I'd make it to turn 2K, but I'm getting a little worn out. This is my second recording session today. And, yeah, these are long sessions to do. Oh! He came here? I guess we reached a point where we're closer to Nerja than we are to Atapuerca. I mean, this is actually kind of crazy. So we don't have... Do we have a Master Hunter over here? I'm sure we do, right? Yep, we do. Okay. This would actually solve all of our problems right now. Because this is also +4 food per resource, and this includes all the traded resources. But this can be built by a bunch of stuff. Let's get the herd bison from this bison. Excellent. And now that I know, let me actually get Master Hunter from this guy. Because he'll go to Nerja as well. Nice. And the other stuff went to Nerja too. Excellent. Yeah, you know what? Now that I can actually send resources to Nerja, maybe doing some hunting on the way back is not a bad idea. Especially to get that production. Alright, let's queue some more stuff up here. Oh, I totally forgot. We can get Neanderthal caves. Because we got caves in vicinity. Pretty interesting. Let's see. Any other... Yeah, the stone toolmaker. Yeah, 9 and +1. This should be a priority. In fact, I should have probably switched to this sooner, but it's fine. We'll just throw it in, and then we'll get back to the stick maker. Let's get the storage pit up as well. That'll unlock a lot more. Try to get 1 kill every turn. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode of the Neanderthal Campaign. We've got our second city, Nerja, founded, and things are off to a pretty good start, I think. We're size 12, we've got a second city, we are now in kind of the middle of the pack. Well, maybe not, maybe that's an optimistic assessment, but we are not dead last in terms of, like Netherlands is dead last in terms of strength. We have our crime in Atapuerca largely under control, thanks to just an army of enforcers just scaring everyone. Yeah, things are looking pretty good, and I think they're only going to get better. I think next time, I think we get to chiefdom and start working on getting a second tribe constructed to found the city over here, and then we can get the mammoth right after that. I want to get there before Boudica gets there, and I'm a bit nervous about waiting too long. And I think as well, if we take a look at the tech tree, I think we're 2 to 3 episodes away from Ancient Age. It's not happening next episode. It may happen in the episode after next episode, but I'm not 100% sure if I can guarantee that. I think for sure by 3 episodes from now, we're getting sedentary lifestyle. Alright, lots to look forward to, but that's going to be it for this episode of the Neanderthal Campaign. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.